Hi, Jenny. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
And tell me a little bit about what brought you in.
Well, I don't have any problems. There's nothing wrong with me. I use Vicodin, but it's not interfering with anything. Um, but I was stealing it from places, and I stole it out of my friend's purse, and she knows it. And I promised her that I would come talk to somebody about it because she's a little bit concerned.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that you don't think you have a problem. You're really here for your friend.
Right. I promised her I'd go talk to somebody about it, even though I know I don't need to talk to anybody about it.
Okay. And have you been experiencing any problems with this Vicodin use?
Well, sure. I guess you could say it makes me drowsy, and sometimes I don't get the work done that I need to get done, and I could be in trouble with my job, but it doesn't really interfere for the most part. I mean, I'm not a drunk. I don't fall down or anything with Vicodin. I stay in control.
Okay.
So I really shouldn't have to be here.
And on how much Vicodin do you use a day?
I use up to about 10.
Okay. And you don't think you have a problem?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Because you know why? I know people who take up to 30. So I'm not that person. I'm just taking maybe about 10. And it's not my fault that I'm taking it. A dentist prescribed it to me about 2 years ago.
Okay.
So that's not my fault.
And has the dentist continued to give you these prescriptions?
When I go for oral surgery, which I make a lot of appointments for, because I know I'm going to get it that way.
Okay, and if you run out before you get the oral surgery, what other ways do you get it? Aside from stealing from your friends, do you
I've
go to...
stolen from people's houses. My sister's been sick, so I stole some from her. I borrow it from friends. I know enough people that are on Vicodin that I can get a hold of it.
Okay. And you say that, I heard you say before that it interferes a little bit with work. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I guess one day maybe I took a little bit too much and I sort of nodded off at my desk and my boss saw me.
Okay. And did he say anything to you?
He said he was concerned because it's not the first time it happened, but it's no big deal. I get my job done.
Okay.
It's not interfering with my job.
Okay, well, I appreciate that you're here. It seems that you're here for your friend and to continue your job. Have you had any other types of substance use before this Vicodin, or is this it?
There was some alcohol involved, but I don't use alcohol anymore.
Okay.
I'm in recovery from alcohol.
Okay. Okay. And did that have any consequences on your life, the alcohol?
Yes, I mean, there were DUIs and broken relationships with friends and family. But I saw that there was a problem with alcohol, and I did something about it. Here, I don't see the problem.
Okay. So you're saying that you still have all your friends and family, your job is still going good, there's nothing really, there's no significant consequence to make you...
No, there's not. There's really
Okay.
not. Sometimes I feel sick. I'm nauseous, kind of a lot.
Okay. And is it just Vicodin or any types of pain medicine?
It's any pain medication that I can get my hands on. I'm not picky.
Okay.
I'll get it wherever I can, but I've never bought it off the street.
Okay.
So
I don't go to the extreme of trying to get it.
No, I won't go buy it.
Okay.
Like in an alley or something. And I don't think I'll ever get to a point where if I can't get opioids in pill form that I would turn to heroin or something like that.
Okay.
I don't think.
Okay.
But I love what Vicodin does for me, so I can't say what lengths I'll actually go to.
Okay, and you say you love what Vicodin does for you, so tell me a little bit about what it does.
Well, it just makes me feel completely relaxed. It makes me feel warm. It makes me feel like everything's going to be okay.
Okay.
So I take it a lot during times of stress or when I'm just feeling bad, or sometimes even when I'm just bored. If I have it, I'll take it. But, this is not my fault because a dentist prescribed this to me 2 years ago. And I took it, and then I took all of it even though I didn't need it anymore. And the next thing I know, I like it a lot.
Okay. Okay, you say you use it obviously when you're sad, or do you feel that you're in that type of mood a lot to be using how much you use a day, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Guess. And you know what? Are you in recovery? How do I know that you understand what's going on? How do I know that you can help me?
I think what you're looking for is if I can understand what you're going through, and I can. What will it do for you to know if I'm in recovery or not? I think what you're looking for is to know if I can help you, and I can.
Right.
I can. I think that even though you say that you don't have a problem, I think maybe there may be a reason as to a little bit why. Not only that your friend came, but something must have set you off to think, oh, maybe I should come for a little bit of counseling, or to see a little bit about what's going on behind that.
Well, maybe just a little bit. Maybe
Okay.
I just need a little bit of counseling.
Okay, and tell me some reasons why.
Well, I am worried about the job thing.
Okay.
And I feel really ashamed that my friend caught me stealing Vicodin out of her purse. I knew that she'd been prescribed it for an operation she had, and I knew it was in her purse, and I took it even though I knew she needed it. And it made me feel kind of bad, so maybe I should be here a little bit.
Okay, so it seems to me that you're telling me you have a little bit of guilt towards how you're getting your Vicodin and stealing it from your friend, and maybe you owe her a little something, that's why you're coming.
Right.
Is to see if you truly have a problem. And you say with work, is there ever a time that you just don't go, or?
Sometimes if I'm feeling way too nauseous in the morning, I guess that's bad too, huh?
Okay, yeah. And how many times does that usually happen a week?
Once a week.
Okay. Okay, and no consequences have happened with that? Your boss
I'm on
has
probation at work. I guess I should tell you that.
Okay. Okay, and how long are you on probation for?
A year.
Okay.
But my boss doesn't like me. He's just doing it because he doesn't like me.
Okay. And aside from Vicodin, when you're feeling sad or angry or whatever you might be feeling, do you use any other coping mechanisms, like reading or going to the gym?
Nothing works like Vicodin.
Okay.
And one time I even tried OxyContin, and it was even better.
Okay.
But it's very hard to get a hold of.
But you won't go buy it off the streets or anything like that?
No, I don't think I could do that. But I can tell you that if it were available all the time, I would be taking it all the time. So maybe it's important to be here.
Okay. And you say you were in recovery for alcohol. Is there any times that you sometimes have a slip with the alcohol with the Vicodin or anything like that? Or is it strictly just Vicodin?
It's strictly the Vicodin
Okay.
now.
Okay. And some, I guess, can you think of any other coping mechanisms that would work along with the Vicodin? If I don't know, do you like to read or anything?
No.
Maybe just changing some of your habits. Anything like working out.
I could try that. I could try that.
Okay.
But if the Vicodin's there, I'm going to take it. I guess when I don't have the Vicodin, I could try the things that you're talking about. And some of the things that you're saying today are making me feel like maybe I do need to make a change.
Okay. And is there ever a time that you have experienced you cannot get the Vicodin? Like friends don't have it, you can't steal it from them, you haven't had a prescription, any of that?
Sometimes, and I get very panicked.
Okay, tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, I get really scared because I go into withdrawal a little bit.
Okay.
And that really scares me. So I always make sure that I know that there's a place that I can get it. Even if I have to fake an injury and go to the emergency room or call a doctor, I'll do that.
Okay. And they continue to give you the prescriptions and everything along that. Okay. And you say the withdrawal, you're scared to experience withdrawal. Was there ever a time that, let's just say, obviously you couldn't get it, did you try something else in place of it?
No.
Any other painkillers, any other?
No.
Okay. Okay. And what other types of So really your two main problems is work and things that have been going on with your friends. There's been no other consequences due to using the Vicodin?
Well, I drive the car sometimes under the influence, but I've never gotten pulled over, so that means I'm really not an addict, probably.
Okay. Anything with family?
They don't know about this.
Okay. So it seems that you're pretty good at hiding
It's a
everything.
big secret.
Okay.
Until my friend caught me.
And this is the first time someone has caught you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's good that it's the first time someone's caught you and you listen to their advice of coming to maybe get some help to see if it might be what you need.
Thank you. It might be what I need.
And I appreciate that you're very open to thinking of different coping mechanisms and possibly making a change. I think that's great. Tell me a little bit about some reasons of maybe why you started using Vicodin. And I know you had said that your dentist prescribed it, but were there any emotional reasons that maybe led to all of this?
No, the dentist prescribed it. I took it as directed. I didn't have any more pain, and then I continued to take it. And then I realized how much I liked it. And I was taking it for 2 weeks. And then after that, I had a little more oral surgery, and I got more Vicodin. And then I liked it even more that time. So then I was taking it again, even when I wasn't in pain anymore, just because it made me feel good.
Okay.
You know, I feel sad sometimes, and Vicodin helps.
Okay. It's kind of like a relief.
It's a big relief.
For everything that you might be going through. Okay, and again with this job, is this another opportunity that's making you want to change? Is being on parole for a year and all of that stuff? Does that have an impact on maybe triggering something that might be wrong?
Well, when you say it that way, I guess so.
Okay. Yeah, you're very, like I said before, I appreciate that you're very willing to change. And as I stated before, I think maybe trying some different coping mechanisms, like maybe not taking as much Vicodin, kind of weaning yourself off, and then trying maybe to exercise or read or do something in place of that, and just see how changing coping mechanisms could have an impact maybe.
That might work. I'll try that.
Yeah. Now, you said with your friends, did she kind of come at you in a bad way, or did she say that maybe you should go get some help? Did you tell her anything about how much you were using or how you were getting it?
It's a big secret. Everything's a big secret. I just told her that I was in pain that day, and I didn't think she'd mind if I took a couple out of her purse.
Okay.
She didn't yell at me or anything, but she said, you know, maybe there's a problem if you're finding yourself stealing it.
Okay, so she had no idea that this has been a continuous. She just thinks that you had came this one time and you were in pain and you needed to maybe go get some help.
Right.
Okay. What are there any other, not consequences, but have you been to any other types, have you tried any other types of treatment, or have you been, like you said, you were in recovery from alcohol?
Recovery from alcohol. So AA meetings for alcohol.
Okay.
And that works.
Okay. Have you tried that maybe for, have you tried NA maybe for this?
No.
Because you don't think you have a problem, correct?
Well, after talking to you, maybe there's a little bit of a problem.
Okay.
So maybe I could go to a couple of NA meetings.
Yeah. If AA is helping you very well, I think maybe NA can do the same with this problem.
I'll try.
Yeah. All right, Jenny. Well, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you very much for listening to me, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.